it's Naomi here from Bro Radio, and I am joined by Alex, who is currently in the UK tour of Heathers the Musical. Welcome, Alex.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, great.
Good, it's a pleasure to have you here. So, Heathers is coming to Cardiff next week from the 22nd until the 26th of August. It's going to be at the Wales Millennium Centre. So, for those who may not be quite so familiar with the story of Heathers, can you give it to us in a nutshell and without any spoilers as well?
Yeah, of course. Heathers is basically it's like exciting. What I'd describe it as is an exciting dark teen drama rom-com musical based on the 1989 cult classic of the film Heathers with Christian Slater and Winona Ryder. That's the basic way that I put it into perspective as the show would be. But without giving too much away. There's so many elements to the show that are really exciting, which I don't really want to spoil.
Yeah, it's quite it's humorous, but it's dark, I would explain Heathers as.
Yeah, it's definitely has its dark elements, but based around the concept of comedy, and it goes about it in a light-hearted way.
And you're playing the character of Kurt Kelly, so explain what
Yeah.
Kurt's like.
Kurt is essentially the classic jock, captain of the football team. He just has this charisma about him. He has his best friend Ram, and they basically just go around the school bullying all the students and just causing chaos, having a lot of fun, not really taking anyone else's feelings into consideration, and just having a good time.
So I guess Kurt might not be everyone's favorite character.
No, not that's to say the least. Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So there we've got the three Heathers. If you had to be one of the Heathers, which one are you choosing and why?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I'm going to go a bit off the curb and say Heather McNamara, which is the yellow one. I feel like on as from looking at her, like initially, that it seems like there's not that much to her, but as the show progresses, you see there's lots more layers to the character, which I think would be a really fun idea to explore and play with. But yeah, as far as characters go, she interests me the most watching it.
You're going to be in Cardiff. You're going to be in South Wales. What are you looking forward to
Yeah.
about being here?
It's going to have to, for me, it's going to have to be the performing at the Wales Millennium Centre. It's a massive bucket list for me. I always hear stories and I see footage, and it's one of those places I've never been to Cardiff, so it's going to be a first for me as well. But yeah, definitely going to the theatre and performing on that stage is going to be very much a bucket list moment for me. So I'm looking forward to that.
It is an amazing venue, and it's down in Cardiff Bay. You walk across and it's got all the lights of the writing outside. It's pretty spectacular. If you go at night as well, when it's really lit up, it's really nice.
One of the things I'm most looking forward to with Cardiff is, well, with most of the venues that we're doing, is, getting to explore new places that I've never been to before. It's my first UK tour, and I've never really got to explore much of the UK myself. So being able to every week being in a different location and being like, oh, so this is this place, this is that place. And when we got the dates through for this tour, Cardiff was like, oh wow, like big city, like huge city. So I was really looking forward to it.
Do you have anything like on your list that you definitely need to do, or even eat while you're here?
Oh, you know what I've been doing most of the time is, when I get to a new location, just ask around, especially like if you go ask the stage door or ask the people that work in the venue, like they'll know, because, that's their home. Whereas I feel like, you can look online, you can do your research, but for me, it's more talking to the people that actually live there. Like, what do they do? What do they want to go and see and visit, and what they would recommend? It's the best way for me to explore, I reckon.
Definitely. Ask the locals, live like a local. That's the best way to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's going to be a really fun experience. I mean, it's great. It's a really good show. And I think this is the second time it's toured. And it's going to be, it's much needed, basically, this tour, because it's a brilliant show, and it needs to have the exposure that it's getting, because it's such an important show. It has such a great message for, kids, like teenagers, and even young adults, and then even for parents, so they have an understanding as well. There's so many messages, and I feel like everyone that goes to watch it will in some way resonate with one of the characters. And then that also holds a lot of meaning as well. But yeah, it's a really fun show, and I'm excited to be able to spread a good message, I guess.
Yes, everybody can take something away from it.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw it last year when it toured in Cardiff as well, and I'm quite a big musical theatre fan, so I've seen quite a lot. And I have to say, it was one of the smoothest productions I've ever seen. Like, everything was just seamless. It was perfect.
Yeah,
it was really.
yeah. Kevin and Larry that did the music and the script, we got to actually work with them in rehearsals, and listening to them talk about the show and the process. They know what they're doing. They're so smart, and this has been a production that's been workshopped since like 2008. So it's had its teething periods, and it's definitely now in an element. It has been for the past, I think, 5 years or so now, where it's at a stage where it's fine tuned to and even now there's always musical theatre always has to develop and change, and shows will naturally do that. But yeah, we're in such a good position right now, and yeah, it's got such an important message, and I'm really happy that they did it, because it's an important message that resonates with a lot of people.
Tuesday the 26th until, no, it's not, Wales Millennium Centre from the 22nd to the 26th. Too many numbers. Why should people get tickets?
Oh, God, I'm going to think about this, because obviously I want everyone to come and watch it. Like I said before, it has such an important meaning it has such an important message that everyone needs to come and see. It's funny, it's dark, it's heartwarming. Everyone's going to leave with a smile on their face, no matter what, and I think it's a really fun show for people to get behind and enjoy. That's the best way I can possibly describe it.
I think you summed that up nicely. I'm excited to be there. If you see like a beaming face in the audience on Tuesday, it's definitely mine.
Oh, brilliant.